Straight ahead at noon, Edmond fire crews fight the flames of an overnight fire, and investigators are trying to figure out what led up to a deadly shooting over the weekend. And our Lacey Swope has your forecast. Stay with us.
On the scene, on the story, News 9 starts now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on this first day of 2019. Happy New Year. I'm Chris Gilmore, filling in for Alex Cameron, and with me, Lacey Swope.
It's a new year.
It is.
It's a new day. I can't believe it. It's crazy.
And they have a lot of weather.
We do have a lot of weather.
Very cold.
Winter weather, Arctic air, winter storm on the way. It's about to get crazy across parts of Oklahoma. Parts of Oklahoma won't see much precip at all. We do have a winter storm watch that is out. It's out for central, southwestern Oklahoma. Does not include the northern portions of the state. Does not include anywhere out east just yet. Maybe expanded a little further to the east. That's the winter storm, though, right now over New Mexico. You can see the area of low pressure over Southern California, moving over Arizona. It's a long way away. It arrives tomorrow night. In the meantime, we're quiet. We're very cold. Snow is falling right now in New Mexico. They've picked up several rounds of snow. Now those totals are nearing a foot in some locations with that storm system. For us, the cold's been the story here on New Year's Day. Wind chill is still at 11 in Oklahoma City. Many locations to our north, the wind chill is below zero. We still have sub-zero wind chills in our panhandle. Single-digit wind chills across northern and northwestern Oklahoma. Not quite as cold to the south and east, but at lunchtime, you know it's going to be a very cold day when your wind chills are still only in the single digits. This is setting the stage. We've got very cold air in place. We have a winter storm system making its way to the east, heading into tomorrow night, especially Thursday, maybe even early Friday morning. Slick roads are the main concern with this system. May end up causing a few closings. Power outage is not a big concern at this time. It's in the low category. We're going to talk a lot more about when this precip moves in, who sees rain, sleet, ice, or snow, and how much we're expecting coming up, Chris.
Thank you, Lacey. Well, Edmond firefighters responded to a house fire late last night near 33rd and Meadow Lane. Firefighters say the house was covered in flames when they arrived at the neighborhood. There were no people at home at the time of the fire, so no injuries to report. However, the residents did have 2 dogs that did not survive. A lot of the damage is centered around the garage area you see there of the home. The residents are displaced, and the exact cause of the fire is still under investigation. And another home is a complete loss after catching fire around 2 this morning. Fire crews on scene say flames were coming out of multiple sides of the house near Northwest 2nd and Villa when they arrived. Luckily, no one was hurt. The cause of this fire also still under investigation. And one suspect in custody this morning. After a short chase with police overnight, officers say the suspect ran a stop sign near Southwest 32nd and Ross, then took off. Police say just a few minutes later, he was arrested near Southwest 22nd and Youngs. No names have been released. The OSBI is investigating what led up to a deadly shooting in Seminole over the weekend. Seminole police say 33-year-old Curtis Kasinger called 911 Saturday afternoon to report that he shot 31-year-old Jarvis Berry multiple times during a fight.
A friend came over to the house and he went down and I was going to kill me, so I shot him.
Berry died at the scene. Kasinger was arrested on a complaint of second-degree murder. Kasinger and Berry both have a long record that include arrests for drugs and assaults. Also happening now, Ottawa County deputies are looking for this man. They say he's been missing for almost a week. Officials say Mark Rogers hasn't been seen since last Wednesday. Rogers worked for the Miami Town newspaper for nearly 30 years. If you have any information about his whereabouts, call the Ottawa County Sheriff's Office. Well, 70-year-old Dwight Solk is out on bond. Officers say he groped a young girl in Tinseltown. Oklahoma City police say Solk hired 2 girls to clean his house each week. Saturday, he took them to see a movie near Northeast 63rd and MLK. That's where the incident happened.
While they're sitting in the movie theater, he reached over, groped her, touched her inappropriately. She told him to stop. Police ended up being notified.
Solk was arrested for lewd acts with a child. Employees at the movie theater told police the suspect is known for recruiting girls to clean his house.
What y'all pull me over for? What did I do wrong?
Get a load of this one. 2 men are behind bars after Oklahoma City police find drugs and explosives during a traffic stop. Police say they found 46-year-old Todd Furra with several bags of meth and blasting caps hidden in his underwear.
Now I'm a grown man that has to stick my hand down the pants of another grown man because he makes stupid decisions.
The bomb squad says those blasting caps were live and could have gone off. Police also arrested for his passenger, 39-year-old Christopher Lynch, who also had blasting caps on him. Well, caught on camera, a group of thieves stealing more than a dozen semi-truck tires from Gill Express near Reno and South Morgan. The owner says in all, 5 people showed up, loaded tires into 2 separate trucks, and drove away shortly before opening hours. Police say the stolen tires are worth several $1,000s. If you recognize any of these individuals, call Oklahoma City Police. And it's day 11 of the partial federal government shutdown. Yesterday, House Democrats unveiled 2 plans to fund the government, but neither includes money from President Trump's southern border wall. Shortly afterward, the president put out a video on Twitter. Nicole Killian has the latest from the White House.
I'm standing at the colonnade of the White House right next to the Oval Office.
President Trump uploaded this video to Twitter in the final hours of 2018, ticking off what his administration has done over the last 2 years and ending with what he still hopes to accomplish.
We need, however, borders. You don't have borders, you don't have a country. We have to have a wall as part of border security, and we're working on it.
The president has said the government will remain shut down until he gets money for a border wall. Democrats in the House unveiled 2 bills Monday to put hundreds of thousands of federal workers back on the job. One bill includes $1.3 billion for border security, but nothing for a wall. The president says he's willing to negotiate, but has continued to criticize Democrats on social media. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and likely House Speaker Nancy Pelosi released a joint statement Monday that said in part, while President Trump drags the nation into week 2 of the Trump shutdown and sits in the White House and tweets without offering any plan that can pass both chambers of Congress, Democrats are taking action to lead our country out of this mess. Even if the House passes the Democrats' border security bill, it will likely be dead on arrival in the Senate, where Republican leadership has said it will take no action without the president's support. The new Congress is back in session Thursday. Nicole Killian, CBS News, the White House.
Well, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said in the New Year's Day speech that he hopes to continue his nuclear summits with the President Trump in 2019. In his speech, he said he's ready to meet with the president at any time to make a plan that will be welcomed internationally. But he also warned Washington not to test North Korea's patience with sanctions and pressure. He said if the U.S. breaks promises, they'll be forced to take a different route. Well, still ahead, the latest in a string of salmonella-related recalls, plus your favorite doctors here with your daily dose. And Lacey Swope is tracking your New Year's forecast. Stay with us. Welcome back. The latest in a string of recent recalls is an Alabama company recalling 24-ounce packages containing more than 11,000 pounds of chicken and pork sausages due to concerns that they may contain metal pieces. This recall comes from the R.L. Ziegler Company on ready-to-eat links of red hot or extra red hot sausage with a use-by date of January 24th. The company says there have been no reports of any illnesses or injuries from the product. And Oklahoma City might start to see an increase in affordable housing in the northwest side of the city. The Oklahoma City Council is expected to approve $600,000 in bond debt proceeds to help develop affordable apartment units. Community Enhancement Corps, the part of the Oklahoma City Housing Authority, will be the first to use the fund to renovate 92 units at an apartment complex near North Meridian and Northwest Expressway. Well, usually when you donate to nonprofits, you're able to write it off on taxes, but this year might be a little different. A new tax law that took effect in 2018 doubled the standard deduction you can take, leaving less of an incentive for people to donate.
It's a big winner to the taxpayer because there are many that were able to itemize in the past, but it might only be $17,000 or $18,000. Now they can get the standard deduction, which would be higher.
Oklahoma Goodwill locations say they didn't see a huge difference this year, but believe it may take a full tax cycle for people to take notice. And after a few tough weeks for stocks, Wall Street finished 2018 on a high note. The Dow climbed 265 points. The Nasdaq finished almost 51% higher. And unfortunately, this was still the biggest annual loss since 10 years.
All right, the Arctic air is here just in time for ringing in 2019. It's here to stay for several days. Wind chills still in the single digits at lunchtime. We'll talk much more about that winter storm off to our west, how it'll impact Oklahoma, coming up.
On the scene, on the story, this is News 9.
I am shivering just looking at that. Thankfully, it's a holiday because a lot of people in South Dakota may call in sick from work otherwise after severe winter weather hits part of the state. A blizzard brought winds and high snowfall counts near Rapid City. The city's regional airport was closed and several no travel advisories were posted on the Safe Travel USA website because of the storm. Ugh.
Yeah, there are blizzard warnings out for that entire event. That thing was crazy. That audio, though, part of me just loves listening to it.
That's the South Dakota in her right there.
So cool. Way too cold, though.
Yeah, I was saying just earlier that the weather outside is frightful.
It definitely is. You're like, can we still sing that? I was like, yes, you can still sing that. Sing away, Chris. It's still the holidays. All right, here we go. As far as winter storm watch, it is out for central and southwestern Oklahoma. I really think the eastern side of the state will see mainly rain out of this event. The northern side of the state seeing, well, not much precipitation at all. If you do get some, it will mainly be rain mixed with a little sleet. Might get a little snow, but overall, the highest totals for winter precip central, southwestern Oklahoma. The storm is still a long way away. It is actually out over southern California. In advance of it, the jet stream is cranking up over the mountains. That's what's dumping heavy snow. Winter storm warnings. They're actually avalanche warnings along the San Juan mountain range right now because of the heavy snow they're picking up at the by the time that storm system gets here, it's going to be doing several things. The track is going to be further south than the way it looked yesterday. Also, it's going to be pulling in warmer air, which causes our precip type to be, well, just about everything. Parts of the state will see rain, parts of the state will see sleet, freezing rain, and parts of Oklahoma will see snow. And some of us will get all that all in one day. So we'll try to break this down for you. 20 degrees right now in Kay County. We are seeing 21 in Ponca City, 23 Stillwater, 23 Oklahoma City, 30s to the south, still in the teens in western Oklahoma. That's the air temperature, and the wind is making it so much colder. The wind chills in the single digits, below zero in the Panhandle, single digits in northern Oklahoma, 20s and 30s down to the south and east. And our highs for the first day of 2019 only in the 20s. Lower and mid 30s. That wind is slowly backing off. Tonight, our temperatures won't fall a whole lot. The cloud cover will hang around. We'll see teens, 20s, 30s to the south and east once again. And then tomorrow, we'll flirt with freezing across much of Oklahoma. May make it up to 32 degrees for a while. The wind chill is still going to be a factor throughout the day. And then here we go. That winter weather starts to move on in. So Wednesday, our surface temperatures flirting with freezing. Thursday, our surface temperatures will flirt with freezing as well. And that's going to have an impact. Wednesday, most of the day looks fine. Traveling fine. Everything looks great. Precip doesn't move in until late. It'll start to the south and east with some showers. That moves out, and really the bulk of the precipitation overnight into Thursday will be moving through West Texas. Lifts into the southwestern portions of the state Thursday morning in the form of a cold rain, cold freezing rain transitioning, and it looks like for several hours through the day on Thursday, we will see freezing rain in central Oklahoma. Look at the northern parts of the state. You just don't get much out of this. The track of that low continues to be further and further to the south, taking northern Oklahoma pretty much out of it until this thing pulls away from us Friday morning. In the meantime, here's Thursday, 8 o'clock. Still a cold rain to the north, back to the east, mixed with freezing rain. May get some sleet here in central Oklahoma, but to the southwest, cold enough that you will get the bulk of the snow. We'll take this into Thursday evening, Thursday night. Then we transition over to snow in Oklahoma City, and that will significantly cut down on snow totals if that's how this thing plays out. That would be more ice than it would be snow, okay? So snow totals highest still to the south and west, and you notice you kind of get this training going on with the moisture around that area of low pressure. That's why southwestern Oklahoma gets those higher snow totals. So snow lovers, that's the latest in the forecast. We're going to keep you updated as this thing evolves. So here we go as far as chances. Tomorrow night, overnight into Thursday morning, slight chance in the metro, highest chances down to the south, spreads further to the north Thursday midday through the afternoon with freezing rain, some snow, cold rain to the south and east. How does it look by Thursday evening into Friday morning? That's when we transition over to snow, okay, in central Oklahoma. Tomorrow night into Thursday night, as far as ice totals are concerned, we've shoved this a little further back to the west, and these totals will still shift around some. 1/4 inch of ice, because this is going to be kind of the warm side where the surface temperatures are below freezing. That allows that ice to fall. in the form of freezing rain, and then heading into the colder temperatures and the colder side of things, which would be on the west side. That's where we have those higher snow totals. Still could get a dusting of snow up to the north and back to the northeast, but I really think those higher totals will be to the southwest of the metro. May still see 1 to locally 3 inches in parts of Oklahoma City, with the highest totals on the west side. So stay tuned. We're keeping you updated as the system evolves, as it gets closer to us. I still think travel is going to be pretty slick at times, especially through the day Thursday into your Friday morning. Snow-covered roadways, ice-covered roadways at times. But again, it's a mixed bag. These types of systems, when they come out and we have warm layers just above the surface, it causes every type of winter precipitation kind of to fall at once with the same storm. And that's why our forecast gets a little tricky. So we'll keep you updated on that. That's the very latest here at lunchtime. Everything's out of here by Friday afternoon, and then Chris, 50s and 60s make a return.
That's more like it. We're used to that. But I have the feeling you're a little excited about this winter mix.
I just love winter weather of every kind. I hate the travel impacts, but as a meteorologist, these things are fun to look at.
I'm sure you're not alone. There are a lot of people out there who are
Matt's already here. Yep.
If that doesn't say it all. Well, up next, the numbers are in, and we know Oklahoma's overall health ranking. But first, Dr. Lacey Anderson explains why sometimes you may have cotton mouth from certain medications. In today's Daily Dose, a viewer takes blood pressure medication, and it's making them have dry mouth. They're asking Dr. Lacey Anderson why that's happening.
If your blood pressure medicine is causing dry mouth or dry throat, it may contain a diuretic, such as hydrochlorothiazide or chlorthalidone. If drinking more water isn't helping your symptoms, you can discuss this with your doctor to see if a medication change might be helpful. We have several different options for blood pressure medicines, and there may be another one that works well for you without causing bad side effects. I'd want you to let your doctor know your symptoms, because it may be another medication causing your dry mouth. Antihistamines, which are commonly used to treat allergies or insomnia, are common culprits for this side effect. Medications for overactive bladder, such as oxybutynin, Detrol, or Toviaz, can sometimes cause dry mouth. Amitriptyline, which is often used as a sleep aid and for neuropathic pain and fibromyalgia, can also cause it. So it's worth having your doctor go over your medication list with you. A simple medication change may get you all fixed up. Take care and good luck.
Well, if you have a question for Dr. Lacey Anderson, call the hotline at 841-9999 or email dailydose@news9.net. Depression and anxiety may be as much of a health risk as obesity and smoking. That's according to a new University of California study. Researchers found people with high levels of anxiety and depression were at a 65% higher risk for a heart condition and 87% higher risk for arthritis. Those odds are similar for those who are smokers or obese. Oklahoma placed 47th in overall health among the U.S. According to America's Health Ranking report, there were more heart disease and drug use related deaths than last year, and more Oklahomans say they smoke, are obese, or drink excessively. But there was a decrease in cancer deaths. There was also a boost in infant health. Fewer babies were born too small or died before their first birthday than in 2017. And taking a look outside, a live look from our Air Comfort Skycam network. Overcast skies and a cold day. We'll have more on the forecast coming up from Lacey. Well, while we were asleep, tens of thousands flocked to New York City's Times Square last night to ring in 2019. Crowds waited for hours in drenching cold rain to see the giant crystal ball drop.
It was surreal. It was so fun. It was everything. We waited for 12 hours.
After the celebrations, New York City Sanitation Department started cleaning up all the soaked confetti and debris. How do they make that sound glamorous? I don't know. People in downtown Oklahoma City got a show as well. This video was posted to Facebook by Terry Pomaxia, showing the show after OKC's ball dropped. Look at that.
Very pretty.
Yeah, fireworks. Nice sky for that kind of thing going on.
Very cool.
Right here in Oklahoma City.
I love it. You know, I heard the people in downtown in Times Square, whenever they go to stand there for 12 hours, that they wear diapers.
I was just
in case you're wondering,
about that. Where do you go to the bathroom?
Exactly, because you don't want to lose your spot after you've been waiting that long. There's your fun fact. 20s today, that's it. We will see 30s the next couple of days. Winter weather arrives tomorrow night.
I guess they mark their spot, though.
Well, that's a good point.